so this is your reading. Movement toward adventure. The spirit of the river invites you to step into the flow, stop swimming against the current or avoiding the current. Allow the waters to carry you downstream, away from the eddies and whirlpools. It's time to heed the call of a new adventure waiting for you. Stop working on the problem for a while. The issue is not what it seems. It is your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that is consuming so much of your time. Work to create a greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. There's nothing that you can accomplish with more efforting, as the situations in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control. Recognize this, step back, and trust the flow. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing water in the middle of the stream. Whatever it is you're holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs about how you are or how you should be or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of the spirit of the river. Simply let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride. All will be well. And curiosity. Stranger. Moving past the fear of differences, curiosity, and acceptance. The stranger moves through the world in a shroud of darkness that can often elicits fear, rejection, and uncertainty, as the danger of the unknown defines its very presence. Yes, there is a veil of separation between you. Look closer and summon the courage to remain open to what you might find. You may be conditioned to only look for what mirrors what is safe and known to you, refusing to entertain any concept of other beyond something to fear, which connects to this next card of teachability. Make sure you remain teachable to things that are different from your perspective. In order to broaden your world and your experience of it, you must refute the illusion that sameness is the only way. Nothing you expect externally matches up with the other, and you're challenged by your own inexperience, but don't miss this opportunity for learning. Something extraordinary is being offered to you now if you remain curious and teachable. Allow the newness to envelop you as you explore the possibilities. This is a departure from your expectations, but the stranger has come to invite you to dance to new music, a new tempo, a new sensation that will add more dimension to you and what you create as a result. Now is the time to leave room for other points of view, other ways of seeing with humility and grace. This is a defining moment. Take the risk. Life is like a precious diamond with many facets, not just one. The hollow bone. The hollow wing bone of an eagle is a flute for the shamans. The appearance of the hollow bone invites you to become empty of your notions of who you are, to check your ego at the door, and to know that this is not about you. Relinquish your need to be right and express an opinion. As this will not change anything right now, you're being called to practice humility. Hollow yourself out and hear the wind blow through you and play you like the flute. You will learn the language of the squall and the storm and understand the message in the summer breeze. There is an important communication waiting for you. Humility is the swiftest path for you to become like hollow bone. Drop all notions and titles that bolster your ego. Eliminate the doer and allow things to happen of their own accord. Remember that you can accomplish most anything if you are willing to let someone else take credit for it. Hollow bone has come to caution you to believe only 50% of what others think and only 10% of what you think. Trust your experience, not what you have read in sacred books or holy text. This will allow you to turn apparent danger into opportunity. Remember, you are an insignificant grain of sand in the grand scheme of life, and as important as the brightest sun. So I just paused that on, I realized 444. So that's a very strong message for you about teachability and humility. So, whale song. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you become so earthbound and calculating, striving, and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Now is the time to jump in the water and play. Be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty, purpose, and meaning. At this moment, that is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore, be curious, and take a much needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling, answer it. So far, you're definitely being asked to pretty much surrender and go with the flow of things and not so much push against the current. Definitely step into your curiosity. The inner child within you is really urging to play and come out, which on the bottom of the deck is Root Girl, which I will get to her, because she is in a very important, very, very, very important part of you, that is really urging to come out and be accepted. And once you accept her, all this will really become easy, easier anyway. It's not always easy, but just really being asked to push aside anything you think and just be open to, your surroundings, and be open to other, opinions or beliefs, but also use your gut and trust what you believe. So we have group think and power of the community, which is funny with the mushrooms there. You saying you done a community mushroom. So I think that's awesome. So coming together within the community is definitely going to help you really step out of that comfort zone, go with the flow, learn what others have learned. That clock is standing out to me. I don't know if that has anything. Someone messaged me today about, I was talking to them about Kundalini, and she said how time pretty much isn't really a thing. Time is always devouring. We were talking about Kali, the goddess Kali, about how I don't know how to word it. I'm gonna have to message you about how she worded it. But the clock is standing out. I feel the fact that the imagery on this is like blossoming and colorful. I feel like you're gonna have clarity again soon. Like involving the car accident. Whenever I was at your house, which I definitely recommend you doing a cleansing again and cleanse your home. But I felt like I wasn't speaking correctly. I was stuttering a lot, and it was almost like I felt high. So I don't know if that's what you've been feeling since the car wreck and just out of it. And maybe that's what I'm picking up on. But it was pretty rough, but I feel like it's going to get better soon, or maybe in time it's going to get better. The kitty wants to be part of the process here. The human mind can be so many things: a prison, a latrine, a circus, a temple, a cave. It can be a place of restriction or a place, okay, or a place of restriction or a place of never-ending expansion. Right now, be careful of where you wander in your mind. The quality of your thoughts is key. As you're in a fertile time for full manifestation, you want to ensure that the seeds you plant will flourish. Hello, cat changed the screen. Into the life you seek and grow. Be mindful not to scatter weeds. It's easy to be influenced by others right now too, especially in our digital age. It's hard to protect yourself from the energy and the sheer amount of information bombarding you 24/7. If you allow all the fear and uncertainty to pollute your mind and emotions, you will fill yourself up with this negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Stay out of gossip and other forms of groupthink for when you cut another person down to their level due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by your envy. You activate lack for yourself. Okay. Stay out of gossip and other forms of groupthink for when you cut another person down to their level due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by your envy. You activate lack for yourself. So fill yourself with thoughts of plenty. Imagine your universe unfettered by the scarcity and alive with abundance, hope, and goodness. Be mindful of what your mind is full of and keep faith. Good brings more good. Love, more love. Gratitude, more things to be grateful for. Okay. There are times when you need a positive reinforcement from others. Perhaps your journey has made you tired just before reaching the proverbial finish line, where your friends await to cheer your arrival. Know this, you are not alone. Regardless of whether you think you are, people gather around to help with your next step as you bring it forth from the cosmos into the beauty of life. There has never been another you before, and you have a unique relationship with your friends, family, communities, and all those who gather to help you in the unseen realms. Now is the time to allow assistance from others. Ask for it and trust that you will receive it. You are safe and secure right now in this moment, truly supported in your beautiful, amazing, complicated life. You are heard by angels, witnessed by the divine, and loved. Yes, loved. Now and always by life itself. Whatever you query, you will find the help you need to achieve what you desire, and you will not have to do this alone. Count on it. Woodwives. The woodwives dance into your dreams as a reminder to be grounded no matter what life offers you. You need to know who you are, what you'll tolerate, and what you've learned to date, and what boundaries to set so you feel good about yourself. Life is going to offer you something extraordinary now, and in order to learn and receive its blessings, you must remember that being grounded gives you more freedom, not less. You have everything you need. You have all that it takes to do this right now. If you also keep reminding yourself to be flexible, you'll be amazed by how well things play out for you. The woodwives are both wisdom keepers and students of the new world, as these forest spirits have an uncanny ability to adapt to changing circumstances and always find the perfect way to grow and expand. They represent what you already know how to do. Learn. Be in beginner's mind. Let go of your rigid notions of how things should be and present to what is right now. Is there a storm brewing because things need to change? No worries. Nothing can uproot you now, and it will pass. And you will dance with nature and move with it all. Perhaps you're being given an opportunity to take a chance on something new, and you're not sure how far you can go without losing your footing. Have no fear, for when you remember your roots, your integrity, your authentic self, you can stretch yourself beyond the invisible line you drew. Go for it. You'll be so glad you did. The next card is Moon Mating, New Beginnings. I feel like right before the new beginnings come, you may feel very overwhelmed as these new beginnings come in, but there is definitely something brewing up here that's really beautiful. And you will feel like you are just overflowing and feeling full and plenty. But I also feel like a slight darkness from this card of just feeling overwhelmed. And maybe you're overflowing with too much negative thoughts instead of good thoughts. So before this new beginning comes, I feel like you may feel like this. However, you are definitely stepping and integrating that divine feminine more into your life, which is beautiful, and getting back to integrity. So definitely beautiful new beginnings are coming for you. Once you practice that humility and practice being more open to others around, or just more open and curious to things you want to learn as well. I feel a connection to dance. Maybe dance more, play more music. Okay, the cosmic womb is a reminder that you are undergoing a beautiful process of birthing a new self into being. You don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love and passion and spirit. It's the perfect expression of you, imbued with love incarnate and ignited by the vital spark received from the divine. If you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry or stagnant or lost and unsupported, this is changing right now. You will feel newly inspired as so many ideas beckon for your attention. Know that you're safe to explore the expression of your rejuvenated creativity, releasing all judgment as your curiosity is piqued. You're in the most fertile cycle of your life right now. Intuitively keen, your heart wide open, mindful that each step in the direction of your dreams and desires is effortlessly supported by all the divine helpers in the unseen realms. It's beautiful. So this card with Root Girl are definitely gonna align. I mean, all of these align with Root Girl and refinding yourself. The Lost Compass, getting back to integrity, finding the way home, and trusting your intuition. When the Lost Compass appears, it is a sign that you need to find your way back home, back to your source and center. Relying on your intuition to arrive there, be wary of the signs telling you to turn here or there, or to avoid this or that person or situation, because the outward indicators are not reliable right now. Be careful not to believe all the advice you're receiving. Rely instead on your innate sense of direction and guidance, and use your homing instinct to lead you true. The Lost Compass has come to show you that you need to find new counselors. You are not getting the mentoring you need for your success. Who is that person you are looking up to as a model for what it means to be a woman or man? Trash that ideal. Tear it up, the picture you carry in your mind. You are meant to be you, not the best copy of your dearest friend. Make this your mantra: love me or leave me. The Lost Compass is a blessing in disguise, because you sometimes have to lose your bearings and find yourself afresh to discover a new course. True north never changes, so reset your way to your heart compass and trust your deepest feelings even when others do not support them. Remember that you are not lost, you simply do not know where you're going right now. Lost is a state of mind. Not knowing where you are going is an opportunity to find a new path. Okay, so of all the cards, which all the cards are really important, but this one definitely listen to well and reintegrate this lost girl back into your being. Root Girl, the disowned self, hidden beauty, the need for acceptance and love. Root Girl sits shivering, unclean, and naked at the base of the tree of the self. She is unloved, unwanted, and shunned for her deformities. She has no home, but is safe burrowing underground to dwell near the deepest roots of the sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be one part of you that, reintegrated, can lead you to wholeness and true purpose? This is a part of you. the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. When you project envy onto others or any emotion or instinct that you have learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child self-crying for attention, acceptance, and love. You want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, all while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. But if you could only look into Root Girl's eyes and see the beauty and the unmet need, your unmet need, you would realize that this part of you asked for your compassion and understanding. This part of you was born when you were wounded and were conditioned to believe you're not whole, that your expression of self is somehow too much or too little. You may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. However, it was this child's self came to be curled up at the roots of your sacred tree self. It's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you've been searching for becomes illuminated, and your path lights up with renewed purpose. When you have come to love Root Girl and claim her as your own, accepting her and your humanity, she is transformed just as you are. Then all manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form. Look for the beauty. 21:21 when I looked at the timer. I have to go back and see if I read the Lost Compass card. I hope I recorded it. Root Girl, do shadow work. With Root Girl, your inner you, the part that's been pushed down and submitted and either told you were too much or too little, and the parts of you that you don't like. List all the things of the parts of you that you don't like, or the parts of you as a child that were just pushed down that made you feel like this, and re-invite her and accept her back into your heart. And that would be a very important part of your healing journey, is this girl right here. So if you have any more questions about that, just ask me. This is the card I actually pulled in reference to my dream I just told you about, with the blanket over the head and then Willow's blanket over her head. And I related it to shame, and then I pulled this card, and it all made sense. So if you have any questions about it, just let me know. All right, so for tarot reading, a lot of emotions going on here. Five of Pentacles is truly meaning it's almost like you felt like left in the dust. Ten of Swords, feeling like someone just stabbed you in your back. The thing is, with the Five of Pentacles, the key's sitting right there, and you can open that door, but you're choosing not to. And it's like you're allowing to get yourself in a situation where you feel stabbed in the back. But these emotions and these feelings, they will bring a death and rebirth for you, which is going to be beautiful, because it's going to like ignite that fire in you. You're going to become or find your passions. It's going to make you feel freeing. You're going to have all these new ideas. So with this one, the Four of Cups, just remember, with this new rebirth, I feel like you're going to have excitement in this new rebirth, but then you may have like a setback moment of like, when is it coming? Like, and I know based off of this has to do with like your love life, but it's like, when is it coming? Because you have all this excitement, and you may feel like it's getting close, but then you may get kind of impatient in a sense, or just like I've been doing all these things, and why is it not here yet? So find the balance within yourself. A lot of Pentacle energy in this reading, which is earth related. So make sure you're keeping yourself and staying grounded within yourself, because a lot of Pentacle energy. The Queen of Cups, she knows her emotions. I feel like you're being told to find your meditation more. Water being involved. You said you're a mermaid. So you are this Queen of Cups. Just make sure you're cleansing more. Find a way to meditate, possibly within the water. I feel maybe you're most connected while you're in the water, while in the shower or bath. So with staying grounded and meditating is absolutely going to help you. As of the love life, I feel like with this one, just like looking at the imagery, it's like you're looking out to search for or waiting on that lover. This gets kind of crazy over here, but these two cards came out together. So with finding that balance within yourself and grounding and meditating, working on you, you're waiting for what's next. You're like, I'm doing the work, and you're looking for this lover. With these two coming out together, I feel like you will find that balanced person that keeps you balanced and centered. They will bring you the Ten of Pentacles, which is like fulfillment, happiness. It also represents generational wealth, which I feel is a good sign between any lover. Like this one and the Ten of Cups is a very good message to get. You did have the Magician fall out sideways on this. So you're manifesting it. However, I feel like the way you're manifesting it is possibly why it's not fully coming into the fruition of this. But I feel like when you find this balance and you continue to stay grounded and centered and really listen to spirit and take your time within yourself and regulating all your emotions, I feel like you will manifest this person, because they will bring you this wealth and fulfillment. You'll stay centered with them. They won't throw you off your balance and make you, feel crazy inside. I'm going to come back to this guy. With the Ten of Wands, you're packing up all your stuff and you're over it. You're leaving. You're done with carrying all this baggage that you have been carrying that's keep throwing you off balance. You have the strength. This is my Yes card in this deck. You have the strength and the universe backing you. So absolutely protected. Things will, like a wheel of life, things will turn into your favor. You have the strength to do so. Right now, though, I feel like you have this grieving energy. Just like in the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, this grieving energy, just kind of really waiting for what's next. But I do see greatness coming. You're also definitely being told to rest, to help heal that heart right there. What came out next? This King of Cups fell out on top of the Lover's card. It fell out upright. So I feel like the reason why maybe the Magician came out sideways is because the man you're manifesting isn't gonna look like the man that you want, but it's gonna be the man that you need. Because this King of Swords came out. Little kitty here. King of Swords came out in reverse, and this King of Cups came out upright. So this man that you need is gonna be an emotional match to you. They're gonna keep you balanced. As of the imagery of this man, he could be a water sign, but as of the imagery, he may not look like exactly your type. This guy may look more like your type because, you can see how he's a little bit more edgy and more, I guess bad. However, with him being in reverse, him being all those things, is not what you need. If that makes sense. This guy's an air sign. So it could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So he could be one of those. But I honestly feel like this guy really isn't going to be like what you think and what you're manifesting, but he's going to be what you need. So just be more open. Know your worth, but be more open. Because you don't want to attract this guy, which you've already known. You know this. So yeah, that is your tarot reading. I know you may be like upset right now and just kind of over it, but you are gonna have that rebirth, and it's gonna bring this fire and freedom to you. And just remember to stay in that positive mindset and not of a lack mindset, and keep yourself balanced. So it's exciting for you because you do end up leaving all that behind and what bothers you, and you do form that strength within you again, and you feel free in the end. Just make sure you're resting. So I wanted to just pull a Gateway of Light activation card for you. So with these cards, I'll read it, and then there's an activation that you say to help give you an activation on your path. So usually you say this: I call forth from within the light of Source. Thank you for standing at the forefront of my heart and mind. Thank you for activating the ancient wisdom of my soul. I welcome in the support of heaven, earth, the stars, light beings, and beyond, and so it is. Okay. Shambhala initiations, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, and Dharma. We can visit the etheric retreat of Shambhala during the dream state, astral travel, and meditation. If you feel it is calling you, or that energies of this gateway seem familiar, you may have been there before. The Golden Temple of Shambhala sits in the heart of the Himalayas, between the physical and non-physical, and is said to appear to seekers who are ready to expand their awareness. It is the sacred, energetic temple of all enlightened masters, particularly those who are connected to the Eastern traditions. They form a great galactic and universal council of elders who support the turning of the wheel of Dharma. Dharma is a Sanskrit word that relates to the unfolding of our life path. My goodness. Kitty wants love. Okay, so to connect with your hands in prayer position, imagine yourself surrounded by golden light. Say, Great Masters and Elders of Shambhala, thank you for helping me remember my Dharma, so that I can have an enlightened awareness of the worlds. And the message: when things quieten down in your life, know that this isn't a failure, but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirit is often playing catch up with our body to the point that it gets used to being overactive. Okay. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirit is often playing catch up with our body to the point that it gets used to being overactive and overwork. When the great masters of Shambhala come to you, they are encouraging you to take time to be away from the outer world and dive into the inner worlds. If you have been moving full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down or retreat, take time to gather your energy, spend time in meditation and reflection in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during this period. Realize that there is a master awakening within. Okay, karmic board clearing. The karmic board is a congregation of spiritual beings dedicated to implementing the law of cause and effect. They have the capacity to help us overcome any karmic blockages that are affecting us. We can call on them to bring healing into our energy field and to clear away any patterns that are standing in the way of our experience of love and expression of our life purpose. Karmic blockages are often misunderstood. Many people think that a blockage is punishment for their bad choices or wrongful behavior, but it's not. Source is always on our side. It wants us to have a positive experience here on earth, but it also honors our choices and experiences, and sometimes these result in karmic blockages. It's important to know that many of these blockages were actually created by innocent choices. For example, continually letting someone's bad behavior or mistreatment of us slide because we really wanted to see the good in them, or choosing not to let love in because there was a part of us that was scared of the unknown. To connect with this card, imagine yourself surrounded by golden light and say, "Thank you, karmic board, for clearing all blockages, debts, unfinished patterns, experiences, psychic pain, or any other barriers that could be standing in the way of my experience of love." Your message: if you're being overwhelmed by a traumatic memory or painful event, know it's because this old energy is no longer serving you and that your spirit is calling for it to be released. This card comes to you at a time when you're ready to surrender old ways of being and old stories. Know that receiving this message means your energetic self has been taken to the karmic board during sleep or meditation so that your light body can be cleared of all karmic blockages and stories. All fears, phobias, challenges with partners and relationships and feelings of being misunderstood are being released now. You are ready to move forward.